What's up, my arch fiends of chaos? It's been a long time since I've done a video because I've been busy with real life stuff. So I'm going to do another Final Fantasy theorization of the legendary soldier war hero of Wutai, Sephiroth. But before I do, you want to be like Sephiroth and be badass? Sephiroth has no time carrying a cloth wallet with a big fat wallet. You know what Sephiroth carries? A Rosin Ridge wallet. That's what Sephiroth carries. That's where he puts his cards. Even Gil fit in there perfectly. Now let's get to the video. Now, Sephiroth has started as a good guy. If you played Crisis Core, you would understand that he started off as a real good person, like a team leader kind of guy, the guy you would look for mentorship and everything to Zack until he went completely bonkers. Which, can you really blame Sephiroth? You gotta remember, Sephiroth found out he was created to fight Shinra's wars, and he wasn't fit to find the Promised Land because he wasn't fit to find the Promised Land because his genetics didn't allow him to do that. In fact, he was actually turned into a soldier. He even got first class. So that possibility was not going to happen, so they turned him into a soldier. Now, it is weird that we do see a different katana in the trailer of evercrisis when he has the shorter hair. I don't have the clip for that. Don't ask for that. I only have what the PS4 has. One day when I get a game PC, you're going to see a lot more quality stuff. And I'll put out way more content. But besides that, Sephiroth has a different sword and a blood stain. So, I have theorized that Sephiroth gets his legendary Masamune in the War of Wutai. Maybe he doesn't kill Godo, but he defeats Godo, disarms him, and gets his Masamune. Or some legendary Wutai soldier. Or something like that. But then that does make sense because that goes against Crisis Core, because you're in the middle of the Wutai War. In fact, you and Angeal are sent there to Fort Tamblin to secure the fort for the wars, while Sephiroth is fighting somebody. But then again, you really don't see Sephiroth until, you know, like for real, until after you secure that, except for like the virtual reality sim in the beginning of Crisis Core. But I think Sephiroth's past is going to be extremely tragic. And I'm like Vincent. I have the same opinion as Vincent Valentine. And not just because I want Vincent Valentine's stand, but he's right. Sephiroth is actually truly a victim. You gotta think of it. Government created you to be the perfect hero and the perfect idol, but the skills are not really yours. The skills were genetically implanted. You were taken away from your human mother, which you never even know you even had a human mother, and told this alien creature from 2,000 years ago is your mother, and then you believe that. And then also you gotta think Hojo raised him. Technically, Hojo trained Sephiroth, which I imagine he would know how to train him because he works with soldier in a different way. So he probably trained Sephiroth how to fight as well, but didn't tell Sephiroth that he's his son. But then Sephiroth getting emotionally abused by Hojo, on top of the fact that he was discriminated against for his beliefs, because Sephiroth had some spiritual beliefs with the live stream and return to the planet, the same as Aerith did, but he was always discouraged in believing because Hojo would always put him down for saying non-scientific things. So you get Hojo's abuse, you get taken away from your birth mother, you know, to be a hero for the world government that you work for. Because let's be honest, that's what Shinra is. Shinra's just an evil government, to be real honest. They came from an electric company to be like an evil, disgusting. And when I do my visit trailer, I'm going to show lots of the dark side of Shinra, because Shinra is a dark company. But besides the point, and then you're lied to. You're told you're a great hero. You even believe your own hype. You believe your own hype until one day you discover old files with your name on it. And then look at experiments inside tubes. And then somehow deep inside your heart, You knew all those thousands of monsters that you see in the Mount Nebo reactor all culminated and result in you. But you knew deep and down that you're just like them. And there's a good reason for that. Hojo sacrificed a whole lot of people to create Sephiroth. Of course, he wanted to create Sephiroth so he could help Shinra find the Promised Land. Also for his, evil, dark science stuff, project stuff, but mostly to help President Shinra find the Promised Land, because President Shinra wants to find the Promised Land. That's what his whole goal is. That's why he wanted to create a half Cetra with Genova DNA, because it works that way. It totally works that way. Even though they mistaked her, because she was not an ancient. She actually led hunts against ancients. Ancients had to summon Shiva to beat her, according to remake lore. So, yeah, they mistake that, but, this is Shinra we're talking about. What screws did they have? What kind of screws the Shinra executives have besides Reeve? I think Reeve's the only voice of reason in the board members, and that's probably why they don't like him, but that's besides the point. This is not a Reeve video. This is a Sephiroth video. So, deep down, Sephiroth knows that they're monsters, and then you have Genesis. Because technically, Crisis Core is canon now. Especially since they're doing Crisis Core Reunion. So, Genesis will be taunt Sephiroth in the true flashback. Just like Crisis Core. Telling Sephiroth, you're a monster just like me. And then what else would you want to believe? What else could you believe after seeing everything? Seeing receipts after receipts after receipts that you're born as an impure being. Like, you're not really human. You're human, but there's a lot of things inside you. Now, mind you, Vincent has the same things. In fact, I think Vincent and Sephiroth are definitely a light and dark contrast, even to some degree. Even though Vincent has a dark life form in him, Vincent decides to do good, and well, technically good, reluctantly, and not do evil. As for Sephiroth, is so pissed off with the whole world, understandably, if that shit happened to you, you'd be going on a rampage too. This is the kind of stuff I can understand people going on rampages to. The government always fucks over someone's life. Always. For their own greed and gain. But I'm not trying to get political. It's just that's usually the case. Not only in fictional stories, but it coalesces into real life as well, because it does happen to people. Except I doubt that experiments like that happen, but if it was something like that, I wouldn't be surprised if we got close to putting alien DNA in our military and turn them into something they're not. This is just like castrating them and telling them they're never going to be able to have a family and never have a normal life, because it's like, that's the thing about being a soldier. Now, Zach is right. Zach says being part of soldier means monster later on. And you'll understand when you play Crisis Core. You're never going to have a normal life. You're going to always have the mutation, like the wings, the Mako eyes, the lust for battle. Since, Almyra, Aerith's mom, didn't want Aerith seeing Cloud for the fact that her husband wasn't one of those soldiers. And that's the thing. Being a soldier is not what you think it is. It's not a hero thing to do, really. It's a lie fed by Shinra to get people to enlist in the Shinra military so they can, quote-unquote, be a hero. But what it is cover-ups and takeovers. Hostile takeovers, because Shinra is that much of an evil company to begin with. They lie and put promises out there. So, on top of that, Sephiroth questions the integrity of all humans, because the only humans he's been exposed to are the Shinra company, Genesis, when Genesis defected, and Jill, who got confused about what he is and didn't want to live the way he wanted anymore. And Zack and Cloud are like the only two positive, but then again, Cloud wasn't really there. He was in a infantry pretending to be Zack. It was Zack that did most of the interaction with Sephiroth. But Zack's the only positive human being in his core, because it's like, your friend's defected and committed acts that got him not only court-martialed, but as a public execution, because they're going to public execute Genesis. Which, that's another thing too why I think Sephiroth messed up as well. Because, you know, his mission, that's why he pawned his missions to Zack. It's like, how would you like it if someone told you had to go kill your best friend because they committed treason against your government? You wouldn't like that shit. You would be angry. You'd be like, excuse me? You tell me to do what again? Oh, hell no. Hell no. So, yeah, it's like all this culminated to why I think Sephiroth is truly a victim in all this. Now, I don't agree with the homicidal destroy the entire world, rebuild it back, and become a god. I think Sephiroth has already lost so many screws as it is. But I can understand his anger toward the human beings, and especially the Shinra company that turned him into what he is. I can understand. Like I said, it's not me being a Vincent Valentine fanboy, but he's right. The illusionary crime is Hojo's fault, also Shinra's fault. But that's why I think Sephiroth is a victim in all of this. Not only that, but he was also enlisted in soldier as a young boy, so he saw battle as a kid. Sephiroth saw battle as a kid. You don't put kids in no damn war. That's a third world country move. Shit. I'm probably gonna get demonetized, but I don't care. You know, I don't really make money off this stuff anyways. I just do this for fun. But you know, it's like all that stuff together. You got to really think that Sephiroth's mental health is definitely not going to be good. As a matter of fact, it's going to be downright terrifying. It's going to be terrible. But you know, and he's a super soldier. If a regular human being just even had a little bit of that stuff, they're going on a rampage, and that same human being is going to go postal. I mean, you put so much stuff in them to traumatize him. I mean, it's already messed up that took infant Sephiroth away from Lucretia. Lucretia never even got to hold Sephiroth. Like, goddamn. Like, oh man. You know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say I feel sorry because of the, you know, Sephiroth is going too far with what he's trying to do. I don't think killing a whole bunch of people is gonna fix the problem. I think he should, personally, if you ask me, I think he should just got revenge on Shinra and just call it a day, and then retire after that. But you know, then you also gotta think the Genova cells and the soldier DNA where he has a lust to battle. So, you know, the Shinra military and soldier, they don't have the best sanity. I mean, even though Cloud is supposed to be the hero of the game, Cloud in the remake tries to kill Johnny for talking too much, tries to kill Reno, and Aerith and Tifa's like, oh, what are you doing, bud? That's that soldier DNA. That's those Mako injections. That's what they're putting in their soldier military. So on top of all that too, they're putting stuff that's going to cause soldiers to be completely bloodthirsty crazy. Imagine, you know, imagine a serum that make football players stronger, but they get super violent. They will just kill anything on sight. So that's what they put in the Mako injections as well. It's twisted stuff that Shinra's done. So also you got to also think with Sephiroth, that's exactly why his mind is twisted. And why I believe Sephiroth is actually truly a victim. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And may the crystal be with you.